When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin vs. the World. I'm Septum Sin. Today I'm here on my own because, well, unfortunately I've caught something really nasty, and though I am on the recovering end, I am still contagious. So, I don't want to put somebody else within the contagion zone, even if we're just here side by side. So you're going to have to put up with just me for this week. Of course, we do have some fun stuff in the news, and yes, we have Gundam.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Any case, Mobile Suit Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket. That is being re-released on Blu-ray. Now, I have a copy myself, which I will not be showing. But I'm hoping that this gets continued enjoyment. I think it's a very well-written Gundam story, and can't wait to see my copy. But let's take a look at what else is available in those DVD shelves near you. So we have a couple of things I'm going to talk about today. Matter of fact, a lot that needs to be talked about, and I'm going to try and run through it very quickly. Some things that I feel are really good, some things that I have heard some good stuff about, and just noting these are the things that are of note. I'm hoping next month, since we're going to have to be working overtime, that we can start to trim it a little bit onto more stuff that we want to get. So this is how I'm going to look at it, is these are things either I've already purchased and I enjoy, or things that we would want to get. So the first one is Doom Annihilation. I am going to get this. It is the second Doom movie, and from what I've heard, it's not really that good. But still, it's a Doom movie. I like the one with the original one, which was really fun, especially that scene where they do the first-person scene. I think it's an underrated film. It's kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. And I will definitely be getting that once I have the money together, and it falls below the $10 mark. Another one is a series that's continuing on with the third season, is they've released part 1 of A Certain Magical Index. Part 1 of A Certain Magical Index Season 3. Now, like with the other 2 seasons, I do intend to try and wait until they do a combined set where it's the entire Season 3 for about even what is available. So I do think that is going to be better, but it is a fun series. I enjoy that one. I enjoyed a certain scientific railgun. I enjoyed the movies. This is a fun series. If you haven't checked it out, you should. It's about this world where people have superpowers or magic, and there's this guy who doesn't seem to have superpowers at all, except for one thing in particular, which he calls the Imagine Breaker. He stumbles upon this odd little nun and the trouble that she has brought him into. Another one that I definitely want to get, but again, I don't know if I have the time for, but if it comes below a certain level on Black Friday maybe, and that's Doom Patrol Season 1. I've heard that is one of the 2 series worth getting the DC streaming service for. And it does look good. It looks fun. I've never read any Doom Patrol comics, but yeah. Another that's not so good is Fully Coolly Progressive. I've heard this one was kind of a disappointment compared to the original artistic piece, but as somebody who wants to get a sequel series going on this, I really want to get the second Kino's Journey series as well. And I put those 2, I kind of bundled them up. It's going to be one of those eventuals, but maybe not right away. Of course, Frozen and Gremlins are getting the 4K treatment, which is kind of cool. I think Frozen's a 4K, and Gremlins, take it or leave it. Of course, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, and Doctor Strange are also getting a 4K release. Now, these are ones that I'm probably not going to upgrade to, but Spiderman Far From Home, you can bet I plan on getting that. So that leaves now 3 Marvel films that I am behind on. I have not gotten Captain Marvel, I have not gotten the last Avengers Endgame, and I have not gotten the Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home so far is the only one that I haven't seen, and since it wraps up the series, it is the last of this phase, which is kind of strange. You'd think that Endgame would be the last of the phase, but what can you do? Ouran High School Host Club is getting a re-release in the Funimation Classic series. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. I own it myself, and a really nice edition. And this one is a simple thing. It's about these guys who form their own host club. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, a host club is something for either men to get pampered by a bunch of women who get them to buy fancy drinks and stuff, or opposite way around, like in this case. One of the women in school ends up messing up an expensive vase, so she joins the host club masquerading as a man to kind of move that forward. Of course, since we're on some of these DC ones that have been released a little earlier on, let's talk about the DCU 7 film collection. That is all of them. You've got the Man of Steel. You've got Batman versus Superman. Boy, we're all doing really well, right? We've got Wonder Woman. We've got Justice League. We've got Aquaman. We've got Suicide Squad. And we have Shazam. That is quite a roster there. And I have my little kitty cat who wants attention. He's been just jumping up on me wanting some attention. So, also, Chernobyl is getting a release. I've heard so many good things about Chernobyl. I want to get this. I want this in my collection. I hope I can get it pretty soon. Then there's Pan's Labyrinth getting a 4K, but again, I have my Del Toro Criterion collection. I cannot imagine it being better than that. There is one series that I'm really interested in, and I do plan on getting it once it has a full season release, which is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I'm getting the first half of the first season, which is impressive right there. But still, it's worth waiting for a full season release. The Shining is getting a 4K, and I mean the Kubrick Shining, not the TV one that was released. And let's see, Addams Family, those movies, Addams Family and Addams Family Values are getting Blu-ray releases, re-releases I should say, with new special features for the upcoming animated film. And you can get it in a 2-pack, or you can buy them separately. Finally, we have Hitchcock's new release, the House of Hitchcock Collection, which is another really high quality, cool looking one. Looks like a house, but it's nothing new here. My collection is about the same thing except North by Northwest. But if you bought the Blu-ray collection that came out, you've got everything in this package. But if you haven't, this might be the way to go, with some new special features and a bevy of episodes from Alfred Hitchcock Presents and some of their hour-long special series, which I don't see that on DVD. Well, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this particular one. Of course, if you like this channel, hit like, share everything that you know with everybody that you care for, because sharing is caring after all, and comment what things are you looking forward to getting next week as they come out. Anything I missed? I would love to know in the comments below. So we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.